Hi guys, so today is Friday the 29th of June and it is my YouTube 1 year birthday.
Happy birthday to ya! Happy birthday to ya! Happy birthday! Happy birthday to ya! Happy birthday to ya! Happy birthday! Happy birthday to ya!
To celebrate my 1 year birthday, I have decided to do a Draw My Life. So here it is. Here we go. Welcome to Draw My Life version 1, I guess, because I'm pretty sure there'll be another one. I don't plan on my life ending anytime soon. And I'm also going to apologise now for the really awful drawings. I'm not an artist. So I guess we start at the beginning. My mum, Sharon, gave birth to me at 10 AM in the morning, I believe, and I was one of the heaviest babies out of all of us. I weigh something like 8 pounds, and I'm not sure if that's heavy or not for an actual baby, but I know that I was the heaviest out of all three of us. So my dad was at the birth, and I then obviously met my older brother Jay, who was 2 at the time, I believe, when my mum gave birth to me. So when I was born, I lived in Fordingbridge, which is a little town in the New Forest, and I lived there with my mum, my dad, and my older brother Jay. Now this is me attempting to draw me as a little baby, and again, as I said, I'm so sorry for my artistic skills. But anyway, carrying on with the story. I lived there with my mum and my dad until my parents actually ended up breaking up, and at the time I was probably a bit sad about that, but not gonna lie, it was probably the best decision my mum's ever made in her entire life. So a little while after my parents got divorced, we moved from the New Forest to Brighton because my mum had been dating my now stepdad. So we moved there to be closer to him. When I was about 2 years old, my mum got pregnant with my sister Shauna, and she was welcomed to the world, and I remember being told that I was shocked when I first saw her. I was probably a bit obsessed as well. I was one of those kids that always wanted to be like in on the action, so I was probably trying to get involved with the pregnancy somehow. But yeah, so then when I was old enough, I eventually went to nursery. Now this is my attempted nursery building drawing, I'm sorry. And that is where I met one of my now closest friends. Yep, it's Georgia. I don't know if you guys guessed that or not. I mean, I've mentioned a few times that we've known each other for quite a long time. But yeah, so that's where I met Georgia. Me and Georgia then ended up going to the same primary school. Now, as a young child, I don't really remember a lot of memories. I don't know why, I just can't remember anything. But there is one memory that I remember quite vividly, and it's probably because it's quite disgusting. So the fire bell went off when I was in about year 1, and I got so scared that I shat my pants and ended up having to go and sit out on the field in my poo because I was too embarrassed to tell anyone. Yeah, I'm sorry Mum that I left that for you to clean up when I'd finished school. So when me and Georgia were in about year 3, I think it was, we decided to join the drama club. Now as kids, me and Georgia were both very creative. We used to channel a lot of each other. So we used to go down the park and we would pretend we were different film stars and we would make up our own scenarios, and we used to play pretend Big Brother. Like, I don't know how we knew that as kids, but we did, and we used to play that because it was fun, I guess. But I never really saw drama as a thing that I would do in my future. I mean, I was definitely wrong, but at that age I didn't really see it as something. I remember in year 6 that for our final end of school year trip, we got to go all the way to London. And for me at that age, London was quite a big deal because I hadn't really been to London a lot before that. And we went to go see a theatre show, and it was Oliver, and it was the most amazing show that I'd ever seen, and especially at that age, I thought it was incredible. I remember being on the coach home and I couldn't stop talking about it, and everyone was getting so annoyed with me, telling me to shut up, but I was still just so shocked by what I'd just seen on stage. And that's when I realised that I wanted to do some sort of theatre or acting. So just after finishing year 6, my parents decided that it was time for a bit of a change. So we ended up moving out of our house in Brighton and away from my friends that I'd made, and we ended up moving back to the New Forest. So moving back to the New Forest wasn't really one of the highlight points in my life, you could say. It was probably one of the not so fun points, if I'm honest. So obviously, having just finished year 6, I had to go to secondary school, and the local catchment secondary school had no more room, which meant that I couldn't attend there. So I had to travel an hour each way a day to the local middle school, which is the in-between ages of primary school and secondary school. So I had to travel an hour a day, which meant I could never really spend time with friends outside of school because I couldn't travel there myself because it was quite a far journey. But eventually I did get into the catchment school, and it was fine. There was nothing wrong with the school, it was a great school, but I didn't feel like I could really do what I wanted to do. I only got to do an hour of drama a week, and you had to do more metal and woodwork and food tech kind of subjects there, and it just wasn't really for me. So being there kind of sucked, and I didn't really feel like I fitted in all that well either. So after 2 years of us living in the New Forest, my parents had also had enough of what the life had to offer up there. So we left the New Forest and moved back to Brighton, which was one of the greatest moments because I miss Brighton so much. We have family here, and it was so great because it meant that I could be reunited with Georgia, and I could go to the same secondary school that she had gone to, which meant by this point we'd been to the same nursery, primary, and now secondary. Being at this secondary school meant that there was more chance for me to be able to explore more theatre opportunities, and that was because I had more drama classes a week, and I was able to take part in the school productions. Now the first school production I took part in was Joseph and his Technicolor Dreamcoat, which is what I've drawn on the left. I'm really sorry, it looks more like a dress than a coat. But anyway, so in Joseph I played one of the brothers. I then took part in Peter Pan the Panto, where I played one of the Lost Boys, and finally Alice in Pantoland, where I got one of my lead roles, which surprisingly was the Palace Gardener, but he turns out to be king in the end, so I guess it's pretty cool. So, with theatre being something that I was now exploring more, for GCSE I took drama, and this was one of the scariest moments in my life, theatre-wise anyway. So, my group's piece was based on a car crash due to drink driving, and I was the driver, and I basically kill my best friend through drink driving, and it's all about him accepting the blame and being prosecuted for what he has done. Now, we had to have an examiner examine our piece because we were chosen, and as I say, it was scary as hell. And yeah, we had a lot of sad music in our piece because it was quite a sad piece. But I ended up getting one of the highest grades I'd ever got. I got an A star, which the examiner said they would have given me higher if they could have. And it was just a real buzz when I got it. And it made me feel like drama was something that I could definitely pursue in the future. Which then brings us on to the next part in my life, which was college. Now, I picked 2 different courses at college to do. I did a double performing arts course, which I absolutely loved, and then I did a theatre studies course. Now, love is definitely the wrong word for this. I hated it, if I'm honest. It wasn't the course for me. It was very exam based, and I'm a very practical person. So, during my time at college, I made lots of great friends. Georgia still went to the same college as me. We were in different classes, and that kind of threw us a little bit at the beginning. But it was nice to have a friend that wasn't in your class at the same time, and we kind of lost each other a bit during college, but we'll get back to Georgia in a minute. I made loads of great friends during my time at college, all very talented, and I made my best friend, which is Sarah. Big shout out to her for being amazing and still being around and being in all the vlogs of me and putting up with me vlogging. On the same topic of Sarah, whilst we were at college, me and Sarah got the most amazing opportunity to go to New York City, which was something that I both think we never thought would happen, because New York is expensive, and yeah, I just don't think we ever thought it was going to happen for us. And we managed to go, and because we went with the college and it was a theatre trip, we got to see 3 Broadway shows. We got to see School of Rock, Stomp, and the Blue Man Group, which you should check out all of them if you get the chance. We also got to do loads of great workshops, look around New York, do shopping, go to all the big sites, the 9/11 Memorial, and it was just such a great fun experience, and to do it with my best friend made it even better. Coming back from New York, I obviously had to go through the audition process. Now, the audition process for me was really fun. Like, I enjoyed all my auditions, and I did get 2 offers, but it was still stressful, and I didn't enjoy every one of them. And although I got declines from a lot of places, and that made me a little bit sad because I obviously wanted to go to some of those places. But with every rejection, there's also a good opportunity and another door that opens. Thankfully, I got an offer from Chichester University to study a theatre course, and of course, within seconds of me getting the offer, I accepted the offer, which meant that I just accepted a 3-year course at Chichester University to do theatre. Now, check out that course if you're thinking of going to a drama course, because it's great. And as I said, it's a year ago today that I picked up my vlogging camera. So that vlog had to feature in this Draw My Life. So me and my friends, Jess and Al, went to the London Globe Theatre to go see Romeo and Juliet. And that's when I picked up my first vlogging camera, and I vlogged the trip, and it turned out to be a success, so I stuck to it. So it was now summer, and we knew that university was coming up, so a lot of us were being split up or were staying behind. So we spent a lot of our summer together, us friends and family, and we did stuff like go to the beach, and this is my attempt of drawing a beach. I'm so sorry for this. But of course, we spent as much time as we could, having great memories, and doing a lot of fun things, from bowling to mini golf to getting ice cream. But then that did turn to a little bit of a sad moment because we'd had shared all these memories and they were about to turn a bit sad because we all had to say goodbye to each other. Me deciding to go to Chichester University meant that I had to pack up all my stuff and move to Chichester. Now, I was scared to move into halls and to uni because I didn't know whether I'd get along with people or whether people would find me annoying or whether I'd fit in or if I'd even made the right decision. But turns out I had, and I became really good friends with one of my flatmates, Callum, who also has the same middle name as me, which is a little bit freaky that we got put in the same flat, but I wouldn't have it any other way because he's one of my closest friends at uni now. Obviously, being at uni does have its sad times. Now, in the first semester, everyone hits their rock at some point, and mine happened then, and I just didn't know whether I was in the right place and whether I'd made the right decision. I had, but at the time you question it. I have a lot of fun memories from the first semester, from the fun Halloween party in the haunted church, apparently haunted anyway, and then stuff like Christmas Ball, as well as my first directing piece, which was a piece about panic attacks where I had to twitch on the stage for 20 minutes straight. And I'd like to say that kind of changed in second semester, but my first piece in the second semester also involved me twitching, so I think I kind of built up this reputation as the kid that can twitch on stage a lot. Unfortunately, there was a down point for me in the second semester. A car accident happened that was no fault to our driver, and we ended up in a crash. Now, this left me with nightmares and a lot of anxiety, something that I'm still having to deal with today, but is under a lot more control thanks to all my friends that are at university. They turned my frown upside down, and we ended up having a great end to the semester. We made lots more memories. We went to Summer Ball, which there is a vlog, go check it out, and it was just so much fun. And I've sorted out who I'm living with for next year, so I'm really excited to be back. So where are we now? We're in more of the present day, and I've started weekly vlogging. Now, this has been a difficult process, weekly vlogging. I thought it would be quite easy when I started. It's something I really enjoy doing because it means I can look back on everything that I get up to when I'm older. I don't know, that's the way I'm kind of thinking of weekly vlogging anyway. But talking about today. Today is my 1 year birthday for YouTube, and I'm so happy that I've got to this point, and I can't wait to make it to 2 to 3 and to 5 years in many years' time. So happy first birthday, can you believe it's Cal, and let's see some more years to come. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe on this video, and go check out some more of my videos, and I'll see you again next week for a normal weekly vlog. Goodbye.